Good morning, everyone. I'm Doug Hailey. My wife Dina and our two youngest daughters, Sarah and Brooke, are here as well. I'd like to start my message to you today about stewardship by telling you how we got introduced to the church and let you know why we support the church. Our experience with the Stowe Community Church dates back to the year 2000, when Dina and I were married here. We grew very fond of the church with its magnificent setting in the village, and we became members soon after we were married. All three of our daughters were baptized here. Sarah played her first violin recital here when she was 5, and we hope to get Brooke up here to play sometime in the future. The beautiful sounds of the organ and the wonderful music sung by the choir have definitely inspired our children's love of music. So it's now that time of year where we ask our congregation to consider their pledges for the coming year. As we all know, these pledges provide the primary means through which the church conducts all its great work, not only providing the Sunday services, but all the other great things it does for members of the church and for the greater community. And what an unusual year 2020 has been. I've witnessed in my business dealings that the pandemic has delivered very uneven results for the different various participants in our economy. For many industries and professions, its effects have been absolutely devastating. But for others, the effects have been surprisingly minimal, if at all. So it struck me as I was preparing my stewardship message for you today that our congregation is likely experiencing the same phenomenon. Some of us, some among us are accustomed to giving each year. They may not be able to be so generous this time. Since the church's work is essential and must go on, this means those of us that have been fortunate enough to be spared such hardships will need to step up and consider increasing our contributions, perhaps only just for this 1 year. The situation brings to mind a message in the Bible from the Apostle Paul, where he encourages continued generosity among the members of the Corinthian church as a means of spreading God's kingdom. To quote excerpts of the letter as reported in 2 Corinthians, the person who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and the person who sows generously will also reap generously. Each one of you should give just as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, because God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to make all grace overflow to you, so that because you have enough of everything, in every way, at all times, you will overflow in every good work. You will be enriched in every way, so that you may be generous on every occasion, which is producing through us thanksgiving to God. Because the service of this ministry is not only providing for the needs of the saints, but is also overflowing with many thanks to God. This church continues to mean a lot to our family, and it's a big part of our life here in Stowe. So as we enter the annual pledge season in such an unusual and difficult environment, we hope you will join us, if your circumstances permit, to increase your pledge as well. Thank you, and God bless you all.